Hey everybody, this is Stephanie. I'm jumping in and giving you a quick viewing of the past spreads, and now I'm jumping in for a mega catch up in my journal for the month of April. So, yes, grab a cup of coffee or tea and let's begin. Right off the bat, here on April 19th, it is a Monday. I'm going to be grabbing out stickers from my Happy Planner sticker books. I grab a ton, so I couldn't tell you exactly from which one to which. I grab out a sticker and it has these they're like little skinny lines, and I believe it's like a purple color, and I think it says like inspired by or something for that day. And oh, good vibes. So this day I was reminiscing. I don't know how I got into that subject, but I think I was scrolling down Pinterest and I saw a paper doll or paper house doll book or something, and it reminded me of second grade where I would read those type of books. There was like a few of them in the class, and I would always pick them, and I forgot about them. Isn't that crazy? It was such a big thing for me back in second grade. So it's just so crazy that, it's no longer obviously a big thing, but I think I'm going to try and create that. I'm going to try and make one myself. So back then it seemed impossible, but now I'm pretty sure I can do it. So I kind of sped things up here. I added some stickers in there, and that sticker on the left under Monday says dreaming after all is a form of planning, and that's just kind of how I felt about those books. That keep dreaming was just because I saw these inserts that go along with the books, and I'm going to be sharing some photos here in a bit after this section. And I just found it so crazy that these inserts are beautifully decorated, kind of like, how they do fairy houses outside, but for an insert version. I found one with Harry Potter books, and in the middle of those books, it's the insert, and it looks like Diagon Alley. Really amazing. So moving on to April 20th, which is a Tuesday, that sticker right there says, by doing what you love, you inspire and awaken the hearts of others. That day, there was a baseball game for Mason, and although the team lost, he did such an amazing catch as the catcher. He went up to third, the home run and the home base, and just stuck his hand out and caught a ball, whether from the outfield or around third base. And it was such a catch that the umpire, like the referee guy, he gave him a fist bump. Even the other, team coach, the opponent's team coach, was just like, wow, that was impressive. My husband, his father was just, yes, he had real tears of dad tears. I had to mark that down. So moving on to Wednesday 21st, I had this Stella brush, the clear. It just has like a clear glitter, very very light. You can't even tell. I try and show you guys, I promise, but it doesn't come out, guys. I don't know what happened there. And I'm just placing some, making sure it gets on these letters. I think if I had did the other colors, the silver or the gold, it probably would have showed better, but I didn't want it to be too pop out too much. And the clear one, can you kind of tell? You kind of can see the shine, right? Yes, it was there, I promise. But I had that clear one that out on my desk. I was working with a previous project, so I just used it. So this is April the 21st. I'm trying to figure out what to decorate it with. I have hardly any inkling recollection on this day, so I'm going to pull out my journal. All right. Oh, this day. All right. Beginning of the day. I don't know how I noticed this, but I think it was an email. And they kind of give you like an update on your state. I think it's like the newspaper, but electronically. And it was about a girl named Crystal Jean Baker. Oh, actually, I was looking up another new law that's coming in, and when looking up that law, this one popped up, and it's called the Crystal Jean Baker Law. She was a 13-year-old girl, and she was it was a murder case, and she got also sexually assaulted, unfortunately, but she had DNA. They had DNA on her. They had it in the file, in the database, and they still could not find her murderer. I guess that's the best way to say it. And thanks to another case happening in, I believe, another state, by them placing that criminal, their DNA on file, they were able to link the DNA to her case, making it to where it solved her case finally. Basically, that law now permits that if you're a criminal, I think in certain like levels, your DNA gets to be filed in their database, so that way your DNA gets linked to other cases if it was in that case. You know, if they found your DNA somewhere else, and that helps solve so many cases. And you know, I just like hearing stories like that because you want that type of justice in those type of situations. And I wanted to be a family law lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer, so like anything with the law and everything else, and just that I like hearing information, so I accept information even if I did not go to law school. But anyways, so all these other stickers that I'm placing down here, it says inhale tacos, exhale negativity. I just needed something. He didn't bring me tacos home that day, but the reason why I'm like in such a state with all these stickers, like let's stick together, but yet there's like freaking cactus and crap. Attitude is everything. And it was just because my husband gave me a call this day, and he was at work and decides to throw it out there that he got the COVID shot. And so let's see if he just croaks. And we have been talking. Well, we hadn't narrowed it down to which shot we were going to do. And at this time, when Johnson Johnson, they were having issues with blood clots. So for him just to call and make a decision, without really talking it out, I am the type of person that will panic over something and stress like 100 times before I finally commit. So I was not a happy camper that I didn't get to stress this out properly. So here I am giving you the overview. And I went ahead and did the 22nd, and I fixed that date if you hadn't noticed. I had did 2/21 dates for some reason instead of the 22nd. The 22nd was just some personal prompts to reflect on. I got a couple of them on Pinterest, and that's all I placed for the 22nd, which I did off camera. I just kind of try and get things done in a timely manner sometimes, so I'm gonna hurry up and accomplish this because I don't want to be into May and too far behind, since that gets me overwhelmed, and then I don't want to do any of it, and then I regret it. So I know it's complicated, right? So moving on, I don't know if I want to color these in, and so for the first part, I just start placing some stickers down. So for Friday, the 23rd, it is, we had a dentist appointment. The boys had off today. So I went ahead and scheduled an appointment for Mason and Henry. Mason had no cavities, and I just placed those stickers there, rock today, and then that smiles are free, but they are worth a lot. I just thought, if you don't take care of that smile later on, you're gonna have to. And that's exactly what I'm trying to get my Mason to understand, because he does not like the dentist, but I mean, come on, who does? So I was just over the moon to find out he had no cavity, so that's awesome. We're doing something right in that category. I placed that sticker down. It says happiness is an inside job, just because I kind of had this current mood sunk in my head, from is it Blondie? I think it's Blondie. What's going on? What's going on? I say, hey. I know I sing horrible. I do scream, sorry. I do sing at the top of my lungs, but I can't do it here. But that was just like on repeat in my head this day. I don't know. I was just, guys, just current mood is all I can say. And it was an inward problem, so I had to sort that out. So I placed two little stamps of pizza here because we ate that for lunch, and then we had leftover pizza, and as well as other leftovers to attack at dinner. So it was an easy day. I remember, let's see, what else did I do that day? I also finished another book. It's called Almost Perfect. I gave it a 4-star rating. It is this big series with the same author. I'll be placing that down below if you're interested. They're very like romance and kind of like romance heavy, kinky, I guess you can say, since they do go like they get very detailed. But I'm okay with that. I like a good variation, right? And then what else did we do that day? Oh, my husband was showing us some funny videos. I like the fact that I added color in after I knew like the sticker, so I can determine which color I wanted to pull in. Just thought I'd mention that. I know it was random, but anyways, we were watching some funny videos on my husband's phone, and we're all sitting there. And all of a sudden, like a part of the film, a guy gets, sacked in his beans, and all the guys, including my husband, just go, ooh, and I'm like the only quiet one there. I felt like such a girl. But it made me laugh so hard after the fact because it was just so funny to hear them all like in unison be like, ooh, that hurt. I can get the idea, but it was just so funny to hear that. And I was a beat after. The girl was, right? Now I placed that other sticker, just a girl who decided to go for it since this day we had watched, I think we watched 101 Dalmatian. It was either this day or the day before. But for a fact, I know we also watched Princess Diary. So I watched this film because it was a film I saw like a long time ago. But it was also because my husband's favorite actress, his celebrity wife, I don't know if you do that thing, but you can have celebrity husbands and wives. I'm okay with it. And Anna Hathaway is his wife, so, and he's never seen the film, and he's like, it's cute, definitely chick flick. And I'm like, I know, I'll surprise y'all actually saw it with me. All the boys did. It was nice to feel like a girl in the house for a change, and they actually watched it, so that was nice. Moving on to Saturday, this is the 24th. This day, that sticker, let's root for each other and watch each other grow. I was just admiring someone on Facebook in the Sassy Club group, where they're all about Sassy Club stamps, and she does amazing job. Like her work, her art, her planner is just spot on, like amazing. The way she works with her coloring and these stamps and everything. She also made some memory decks cards. Her name is Cheryl Liu on Facebook, and she made these memory decks with all her stamps, and she just colored it so beautifully. And I'm just like, girl, I had to let her know, like, that was freaking amazing. And I just like that, when you tell people, like their stuff good, because she, it was amazing, and I just had to let her know. And that sticker just reminded me of that moment. And so yeah, what else did we do that day? I'm gonna go back when I give you that flip through. I'm gonna have some space there near that second sticker at the bottom, and I'm gonna place my current workout, like where I was at that time, and how I feel so accomplished as far as I've gotten. All right, moving on to the 25th of April, happy hour. Now, hold up, guys. You're probably freaking out, like, oh my god, she partied. No, not really. Happy hour for us is game night in this house. That's what happy hour is when we're doing our game night hour, okay? And the kids, like, are on my case, and on my husband, like, hey, we didn't play this game yet. We said we were going to play it yesterday and the day before, and it's time. So Mason really wanted to play Killer Bunnies. If you have not played that game, it is such an amazing card game, and you have to get your bunnies, and then you have to make sure they don't die by the end, and then you get carrots, and the one who has the winning carrot wins the game. Amazing, super fun. There's like 8 dice that you can roll throughout the game, and it's awesome. You also get to like attack each other's bunnies and kill them, and give them like some kind of poison, or they get run over. I'm telling you, the game's freaking awesome. You don't need to wait for Easter. Just do it. And they also offer like booster packs, so that way you can get to like expand your deck after you played. But it comes with 2 booster packs, the blue one that it comes with already, and then like the yellow one. So it starts you off with a ton of cards that you can be good for a while. I think we've had it like for a year or 2, maybe more, I'm not even sure. So we're gonna get the red booster pack. It's so fun. What else did we do? As you notice, the dates. So some days I was realizing that I didn't really have a lot to document. So I'm gonna start placing 2 days on one if I don't have a lot to document. So that way I'm not using up, like trying to like force myself to like cover up some space. So on days that are not busy, I'm gonna start pairing them up together. It's the 25th. That's pretty much all I had to say was that we grocery shopped, we played some Killer Bunnies, my husband won, of course, and I did a workout. So the second portion, the 26th, is baseball game day. Mason's team won, and it was just a Monday where I was just happy that everybody left that morning. They went to school, they went to work, and I was finally able to just tend to the house, like, without them being there, like, making a mess, guys. I appreciated that Monday, that actually, and I'm going to use a stencil, and it's going to say Manic Monday, because, like I said, I don't end up filling up half the page with the 25th. I mainly used it for the 26th. And my sister, after the baseball game, came with her kids, and we played 2 rounds of Uno. That's right. It was fun. Guys, moving on to the next page, 27th, the Color Me Happy. I just stuck that sticker there, and be the reason someone smiles today. Have y'all heard of the 5 Languages of Love book? Awesome book, and it breaks it up into like 5 categories that you can kind of hone in on how someone can speak to you, like, to show that they love you. There's 5 different ones. There's physical touch, quality time, gift giving, and I know there's other more. I can't even recall. Words of affirmation, and I think I said them all. But it's amazing. And there's even like a kid version, so I'm trying to get it tuned to it, and so that way I can better connect with my family, like talk to them to show them that I love. You can be getting them gifts all this time, but that's not their love language. That's not telling them that you love them. It may be how, you tell me you love me by getting me gifts, but it may not be his way. In reality, it was words of encouragement, this whole time, like, hey, thanks for doing this, I appreciate your efforts, I couldn't have done that without you. All this time I was reading, I was showing him the wrong way. And I want to do that not just for my husband, but also for my kids, because, again, all this time he just needed to be touched, like a hug, a kiss, a pat on the back. But instead, I was getting him a car set, and I was getting him, a coloring book. And that's just not letting him know, that his efforts are noticed. And, so I just really want to connect better with these kids and my husband. The 28th was horrible. That's why they sped through there. We got a tornado warning and a really bad storm in our place in Texas. I'm just looking really quick here to see if I find a yellow that I used within a color scheme, and there wasn't, so I need to add that up. You'll see better as I do the final flip through, but guys, I got that tornado warning, and just because it was like a storm, I think it was like the city or two over that had the bigger concern. But the worst part was that we didn't even see it coming. We were completely blindsided because we were busy that day. I don't know how. And we were having dinner. Finally, like, I heard my phone ringing, and my mom was like, hey, you're not answering. What's going on? And I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, you haven't seen any of my messages. She gave me like a handful of, text messages as well as some missed calls. And I was like, oh, so sorry. We were eating dinner, and we try not to have our phones near us. And supposedly, the storm's coming, and it's coming right in our area, and it's a possibility that that type of storm can bring tornadoes. So, within 15 minutes, we decided to head to my parents' house away from our area since they live across town, and we kind of just hung there until it blew over, like around midnight, just because we wanted to go back to make sure if there was any damage, we can tend to it then instead of, letting it just, through the night. I couldn't leave my house very long. But it was after the storm that we went back. So that was that day. Yay. We did come back and the electricity was off. So this day right here, now I'm finally on the 29th, guys. I know I'm like behind. I have so much to say. My fingers like drum throughout the entire time, right? I'm trying to figure it out. I put I won a gold star in adulting because this day, since the power was still out from the storm before last night, I had to find a way to entertain my kids. That's right, there was no school. The school did not have power. So yeah, I had to be busy, and then I had another sticker there that says every week needs a fun day. This day apparently had to be it. It was just so funny because I was just like, okay, well, we can do this and we can do this. And then after a while, they're just like, we want our lights back on so we can play with our toys in our room. We want the TV on, we want like their electronics. And I felt so bad because It sucked, guys. And then, the fridge has been off, so by that time during the day, by lunchtime came around, most of the stuff in the fridge was ruined. So I was struggling, like we were just junk food like all day, which they weren't complaining too much, but by the time lunch came, actually like going toward the afternoon, a little after lunchtime, and we've been snacking all day. Even, my middle child that's a sweet tooth was like, I'm getting hungry. I was like, what? I guess it does work when you give your kid nothing but junk food, then they're gonna be like, all right, enough. I would like to eat some actual food. So I guess that was a nice little experiment that I didn't really want to do, but kind of just happened. Anyway, so that's my day on the 29th. I'm moving on to the 30th, and these stickers right here that I'm placing, one says, do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. Yeah, the power being off, I would have loved to have been able to be in my craft room and get stuff done, but instead I went to the boys' room and I cleaned out their room. And I'm talking about a deep clean, guys. It was bad, but I used just natural sunlight, thankfully, because my craft room does not have natural sunlight, so I was screwed. I tried, guys. I would have done it. But I cleaned up the boys' room, so I felt super accomplished. And then it says my room isn't dirty. I just have everything on display like a museum. Yeah, that was their room, guys. That was their room. And it says, can I get a day off? Now, that was Mason when he came home and I left a little pile for them to tend to. He was just like, can I just get a free day? And I was like, dude, I did all the hard work here. The little coffee sticker right there I placed is because I didn't get any coffee the day before, with the electricity off. And I just wanted to mark like, I got coffee that day because my husband had a generator and he was able to connect certain items like the fridge and the freezer. Alright, and the love this day was because we got our electricity on like at 5 o'clock that day, which was the Friday. Alright, here it is with me, my writing. I placed that dinosaur sticker there because when you're at the dentist, you kind of open up wide like a dinosaur. Alright, I put that WTF right there, like it's my own little washi tape strip because that's exactly how I felt for that day with the storm just coming out of nowhere. I added in the second color there. So it was mustard seed and phosphite amber. I think it looks better, tone that yellow down. But yeah, so this is the full spread all completed. I hope you enjoyed the process, and if you did, if you can like and subscribe. Until next time, bye.